Women's History Month, so I thought, why not turn on this gal pal movie, The Descent. I've never seen The Descent. It's been on my watch list for literal years, and I don't know why I've never sat down to watch it, but I finally did. And I have some thoughts. So I'm going to discuss my thoughts about this lovely film. And there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen this movie that came out in 2005 like I hadn't, I guess come back later. Okay, so this film, I've seen multiple articles online discussing who the real villain of this movie is, and I have some thoughts. And my thought is the two main characters, I think they both suck in different ways. In case you don't know the plot of this film, we got our main character, Sarah. She's in an accident with her husband and her daughter. She witnesses them die in this car accident. Sometime later, she meets up with her friends. They decide to go on like a girls' trip. She's still working through the trauma and the grief. She decides to go. They are going to go spelunking in a cave. And the rest of the women think they're going to a cave that's kind of like a tourist trap, like something that's well documented with exits. But unfortunately for them, their good friend Juno has lied to them and taken them to a cave that has not been discovered yet, as far as they know, and they get stuck in this cave. And while they're searching for an exit, they learn that they are not alone in this cave. There's some weird cave creatures that are hungry for blood, and unfortunately for them, their dinner. So Juno's clearly the character everyone can assume is the villain. She lied to her friends. She got them stuck in this situation. She accidentally kills one of her friends in a moment of adrenaline. Although I do blame the friend for not announcing herself when she walked up behind Juno with like the weapon when she just fought off one of those. I mean, of course she had some adrenaline going. I don't think she intentionally killed her friend, but not a great look. The worst part of all, we find out later that she has had an affair with Sarah's husband. That's not a good friend either. Not a great friend here. But I don't think she's fully like the villain of the movie. I mean, sure, bad friend all the way around, lying, cheating, not great look, but in her defense, she does try to save her friends. She does go back for Sarah. She's looking for her because I think all the guilt surrounding like the choices she's made maybe have accompanied that motivation. Because the other friends that are kind of left alive with her later on are like, well, screw Sarah, let's go find the exit. So she does like intentionally try to find Sarah to save her. But again, not a great person. The least she could do, probably. Sarah, on the other hand, is like the protagonist of the movie. We feel bad for her. She lost her family. Now she's stuck in this cave dealing with more trauma, more death. And I'm on her side up until the very end of the movie when she confronts Juno and lets her know, like, I know what you did, bitch. Basically injures her leg, leaves her there to die, and then, you know, leaves her in a room with a bunch of those cave creatures. That's not a good look either. That's not great. I understand the motivation and the anger that she's feeling, but I do think she shouldn't have left her for dead, because that makes her no better than Juno. Probably worse, because Juno didn't intentionally murder someone, but oh well. Apparently there's two endings to this film, depending on where you're watching it. The ending Eyewitness was her getting out of the cave, her being in the car and seeing like ghost Juno in the car next to her, and then her eyes like open. Now she's gonna be hunted by her friend. I heard the other ending of this film involves her not escaping at all. So that's unfortunate. So apparently the original ending was deemed too dark by US audiences, so they changed it to where she kind of escapes, but there's also kind of a question mark there. I've not seen The Descent 2, so I don't know how her story progresses, so I'm assuming she did get out of the cave. I don't know. Who knows? I was on her side until the very end. I just don't like what she did to Juno. This movie, this is worst nightmare material for me. There's several things that I'm terrified of. Small, dark spaces, the ocean, and space. And you're not going to see me spelunking down any cave. I ain't going in there. I ain't going to space. Clearly, I'm an idiot. I wouldn't be invited to go into space. And I'm not going to go into the ocean. I'm just basically afraid of everything. So don't take me anywhere. It was anxiety inducing. It makes you anxious the entire time. This film was really good. It made you terrified before the cave creatures even showed up. Because just the idea of getting stuck underground in a cave where you have no idea how to get out of, that's terrifying. So already, even without the cave creatures, terrifying movie. This was a really good movie. I would definitely give it like an 8 out of 10. I was frustrated by the ending of the film just because I was like, oh, come on, Sarah. There's different ways to look at each character and what they've done and what they haven't done, you know? So, I don't know. Very interesting. But yeah, I'm crossing that off the list of things I haven't seen.